Okay, I'm taping this on a really windy day because I want you to get a good idea of what it's like to be in Oklahoma when we're just having a lot of wind. You can see that these trees are blowing. But this is my house. And I'm going to take you on a little stroll through my gardens and try and talk about them. So, first off, this tree is very small, and I planted it 2 years ago, and it is a catalpa tree. The catalpa worm is used for fishing, and this was in front of John's mother's house, and she thought it was a weed, and she kept trying to get rid of it, and so we dug it up and brought it home, and it's been there ever since. And soon it'll be huge. I mean, these things grow probably about 60, 70 feet high, and just are absolutely gorgeous. They've got these huge heart-shaped leaves, see, and they have beautiful blossoms that rival magnolias, really. To me, they look like orchids, so it's real beautiful. This little bush, I've had so many problems with it. Dogs have come and killed it, and I've had to cut it back about 9 times. It's a snowball bush. I'm cleaning my mats this morning, my welcome mats, and this is my porch where I sit. And I just made this arbor, and it was a pain in the ass, but it's got a little gate to it. And I used to have these little wooden arbors, and the remnants of the wooden arbor is over there by the curb. But I decided I wanted this little arbor. It was on sale at Big Lots. That's a little bird house. And this is my Japanese maple bonsai that I've been working on for 2 years now. And it's looking real good. And these are plants that are generally in the house, but I bring them out in the summer and let them have fresh air. And that's a little bird cage that's just decorative. I thought it was cute. Got it at a garage sale, 50 cents. That's a little bonsai that I've been doing for about 4 years, and it gives me fits too. And this is a built-in planter that I always put begonias in, and that's what's in there now. That's what the wooden trellis looked like over here before I put this wrought iron one in. I'm going to take that one down too, and I saw some little wrought iron ornaments that are about that tall at Big Lots too that were like $15, and I was like, okay, I'm there. And this my little wind chime. We call that the north wind warning system because this is the north side of the house. You can tell because you can't hear the south wind. My dog wants out. Are you going to be good? Fart. He gets away from me and I have to scream, and I hate that. Anyway, this is the north side of the house, and when the north wind blows, that would be making a lot of noise, but the wind is from the south today, from Texas. Texas blowing big wind at Oklahoma. Happens all the time, even during football season. I'm going to put a little smoke tree in there. I had agave. I had an agave cactus in there, but it died over the winter. They are not hardy. It's the second time I've had one die in there. They get huge, and they grow so fast. And I really like in that, and try to bonsai a smoke tree. And this is the spirea, and it's through blooming. It's just got the little brown things on it left from the blooms. And I love spirea, and I always let it grow like big and bloomy, you know. And the lady next door asked me why I don't cut that back. And I said, because I like it that way. I said it looks like a big bridal bouquet when it blooms every year. So, and this is one of my peonies. It's about to bloom, probably bloom within the next 2 weeks. And there are some cannas down in there that are not up yet, but they will be. And this is a crabapple tree. that I planted, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago. And I kept these iris. That's one of them, but I cut my iris this morning because they were all laying down, and or these were, and so I decided to take them in the house, and so I have a bouquet inside. And then I'm watering underneath the mound. This is the area that I call the mound, and those were purple iris. The guy's house next door is for sale. Anybody want a house? They're going to have a garage sale this weekend. And it's got a face. You can see the face in my tree, kind of, if I get the light a certain way. Anyway, those were real bright purple, very pretty, and they're done. And then these are just now, and that's a full, those were just as full of blooms. I deadheaded them, took all the dead heads off. But this is a big stand of iris that are in bloom, and I call this Denise Sunset from my sister. It's a heirloom variety that was with the house when I got it, and I've slowly but surely moved them in different areas. That's my little bench for the front of the house, and this is my loblolly pines. We cut the bottom branches for the first time this year. We can finally get under there with the mower, not like anything grows under there, but I wanted to put some kind of, like creeping juniper all underneath there sometime, if we ever have a good year, which it looks like maybe this year, maybe. And this is a little bed where I told you I was going to plant azaleas, for those who read my live journal. And there are my azaleas. They're not, only one of them is left blooming. It's past the season. But you can see I planted a bunch of them. And there's 2 more over here. And then there's 3 over there. And I'm thinking underneath right in there, I'm going to plant, I'm going to plant a couple hydrangeas. And over here we've got my bird bath and my hose, and you can't hardly see it, but right there, you think that's not very big, but trust me, by the end of summer it'll be huge. That's lantana for the butterflies. And over here's some lantana too. You can't hardly see it, but it's next to that little, that's a very small bird bath, and it's mainly for the ground birds like the juncos and wrens and things like that. They like their water to be low, so that's mainly for them. And that's a forsythia. It blooms in the early spring. That's Nandina. That's Fontina. This is Rosa Sharon, and it'll bloom all summer once it gets going. And that is the front yard, which is pretty, it's all cleaned up. And oh, this is the winter creeper that fell. And I'm thinking about keeping it low and not letting it climb up this wall this year and putting a piece of art on that wall. What do you think? Yep, I'm thinking some kind of wrought iron art or something. I don't have a lot of garden art. It's like, this is about the extent. I have a little tiny bird in a pile of rocks with a couple of geodes. And my garden art is generally pretty rocks. So, okay, so that's the front yard. And I wanted to show you, this is the pile. This is one of the piles of leaves. We've already taken out, well, I'll show you in the back where it's at, because I had to make a new place to put it. I had so many leaves this year. So this is the last of the front yard piles. And into the windy back, if you can hear me. If you can't, I'll voice over or something.